All right, fine. I'll be a gracious host. How you doing?
Little Mermaid is the scariest Disney movie by far, though.
Why the hell is Ace Blade in your Kickstarter?
Some comics. I'm getting controversial today. We're gonna get controversial today with
my proudest moment is this interview and being able to talk to you two.
I'm just letting it breathe first. I'm letting it breathe.
Oh, I was about to say, what did I do?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Tours Comics in collaboration with Fourth Wall Production proudly brings to you the Four Tales podcast. I'm your host, Kyron Silva from Tours Comics. Across the way is the Armathine author of Ace Blade, Danny J. Quick, and together we are your two award-winning blurred comic creators, here to help you find your next favorite comic. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and host of other programs. So if you're listening or watching us live, thank you for your support. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and review this podcast because all your positive reviews, interactions help us reach a bigger audience. What's up, man? Another day, another podcast. You good?
Hey Siri, what is the definition of Armathine? You don't know either. You don't know either.
I might have said it wrong. Amaranthine. I don't know. Dang it. Here,
Amaranthine.
Yes. No.
It's got a Y in it.
No, it doesn't. You're thinking about amethyst. It's AMARANTHINE. It's
A-N?
AMARANTHINE. It's
Amaranthine? This gonna bug me all day. Because first of all, I've never heard that word. Second of all,
it's a color.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
No problem.
A woman of amaranthine loveliness of purplish red color. I like it.
Okay, see.
You did more research than me already, and the show just started.
Well, that's sad because you had like a whole week to research, and I'm disappointed now.
We're both continuously disappointed in me because
the Cody thing, huh? Wait, how far away is Cody from you?
About 90 minutes. He's about 90 minutes from me. I talked to him. I sent him a message. As soon as you sent me that message, I sent him a message. And I was like, I noticed that his commissions were open. So I was like, hey, send me a price sheet. I didn't know that you were in Greenville. He's literally 90 minutes from here. I go to Greenville once a month for work. So
sorry, this is a side conversation Danny and I had. There's an amazing artist named Cody Conyer, who lives 90 miles away from Danny, and Danny has never worked with this man, done anything with him, and they're both in the same state, not that far away.
I follow him. I follow him. I love his art. I see his stuff all the time.
Amazing.
I always want to. He's one of those that I'm always like, oh man, when I get a chance, I'm a commissioner. But the added fact that he's literally 90 minutes away has literally just bumped him all the way to the top of the list. I'm like, bro, there's no reason I've never reached out to this dude, but he never reached out to me. So,
what it sounds like, there's a lack of communication there, that you guys just don't interact with each other, don't see each other. So
yeah, he like unlike our guest today, sticks to art. He usually just posts his art. He'll throw it out there. But our guest today is he likes to commentate on stuff. He likes to be social on people's feeds and to send shots out sometimes that are kind of hurtful. But
he's seething. I can see him right there in the corner. He is like mad already. Like, I feel like if this was face to face, he'd already punch you by now. And I don't know why.
It probably would have. He probably would have.
But, I mean, you've hyped him up so much. Do you want to introduce him then?
No, I know he's a big fan of Mark Henry, who is one of my favorite wrestlers all time. I know that just
Big
just
sexy.
doing a little research, I've seen that he is a sports fan, a comic book collector, and I say the one of the things that I'm proud of from him is that he has put out 10 issues of his own comic book, the Afro Avenger, and he is none other than the Kevin Chapman, aka Mr. Chap Daddy.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you, man. First of all, audience, who's ever watching, Mark Henry is not my favorite wrestler. And,
Okay,
my
thank
best
God, because I
friend-
was going to ask you if that was true.
Yeah, my
I
best
was
friend
like,
happens to look like Mark Henry.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That's what that was. Okay, never mind.
okay. I was going to say,
never
because
mind.
if you're all like, I love Mark Henry, then I was going to ask you if you love Mae Young, and then I was just, no.
Nah, man, like he just happened to look like Mark Henry, like Eichel, like Mark Henry. So that's the joke,
got it,
Danny.
got it.
See, you know what?
Okay,
It's too
my
early,
bad.
man.
Then. I apologize.
Well, now I got to know, who is your favorite wrestler? Because I'm a huge wrestling
My-
fan, so I want to know.
Favorite wrestler of all time. I mean, I can go with the cop out answer and say The Rock, but Sting,
Well, that's the
man,
only
right
answer.
after Sting, right after Afro came out, and he thought he was Crow Sting, like that. You couldn't tell me nothing about the Sting.
Floating out of the rafters. Floating out of the rafters.
just coming down, had the bat in his hand, like dude, you talking about something you couldn't tell me nothing about
Bruh.
Sting. That
He was wild.
was it.
I'm
He
still
was in,
surprised he is still wrestling, and he's like 60.
He was at
Yeah, 'cause he
at Raleigh Galaxy Con a couple weeks ago.
He got bad
He's on
knees, he need that
AEW
check.
right now.
Yeah, he need
Yeah.
definitely trying to get that check. Hey,
He
gotta
trying to
do
get
it.
that check. Listen, people that still wrestling in their 60s get that first bill that they don't wrestle for. You know what I mean? and they know, like, I need to keep going.
That's Ric Flair right there. He's what, almost 80, still wrestling.
Right.
He just had his last match. I'm like, come on, man. You had your last match 20 years ago. Come on.
Why do you think Brett Favre played till he was almost like 97? You know what I mean? Like he got that first cable bill thinking about retirement. He was like, nah, I'm cool.
I think these dudes are just either not well paid or financially irresponsible. Like one of the other.
Both.
Definitely
Next
financially irresponsible. Yeah.
Both. Next question. Ain't
right.
a 401k in wrestling anywhere.
No.
Sure.
All right, so let's properly introduce you, Kevin. You are the creator, writer, artist of Afro Avenger and the movement.
Yes.
You have 10 issues of Afro Avenger and 1 issue of the movement right now?
Yes.
Okay, so inquiring minds want to know how the hell you got 10 issues of one book out, and well, basically, how the hell you got 11 issues out on your own when most people struggle to get 1 issue out? Tell us your secrets.
Consistency, man. Like
Okay.
just consistency, and ego a little bit.
No,
I think
not you, Kevin.
Let the man finish the sentence before you get into it. Come on.
My bad. Okay, go ahead.
a little bit of ego because somebody told me I couldn't do it, and so it was like one of those things. Like, all right, so just consistency, man, and just being able to tell my story, or certain comic book superheroes that I like, and tell the story my way and see my vision on paper and stuff like that. So just consistency, and it's something I've been wanting to do. Sounds in the third grade, so that's it, man.
All right. Love it. So, what is Afro Avenger? What is the movement for anybody that hasn't read your books?
Well, the Afro Avenger is essentially about a young man. I kind of like molded him off of like the one question, like Mark Millar do this thing where like he always write a question about each of his characters he created. And I did the same thing. I said, what if Shaft was Batman? And essentially just kind of took that concept and like molded it and like just obviously did my research and just what I wanted my superhero to be like. And when I tell you, when I first created him, he was trash. And so to refine him, to rework him, to be something, I said, Batman and Shaft kind of don't mix with me. So I was like, okay, what if Daredevil was Shaft? And I'm like, okay, that got a ring to it. But all in all, it's basically about a young man who sees his neighborhood in decay and decided he wants to do something about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? No superpowers. He broke. I mean, like master martial artist who's just taking his skills to the streets. Like, and my whole thing about Afro Avenger, he was essentially a superhero. He doesn't join the big super team. He doesn't do the team ups. Nobody flies over his neighborhood. Like, none of that. Like, he keeps it strictly to where he's from. He doesn't care about the big world's problem because he's one of the superheroes who's tired of sitting on the sideline. How many of us have sat in a conversation where you heard, we should do something about this that's going on in the streets. We should do something about this. We should do something about that. And nobody never does anything. It's just a bunch of suggestions getting tossed around. Afro Avenger is the opposite of that. He decided to actually get up and do something. And as far as the movement goes, I read the X-Men my entire life, and I wanted to tell the story from a different perspective. Like, what if like a group of people had a group of superpowers and they were tired of becoming test subjects and prodded on and becoming weapons and stuff like that. They decided they want to just take their power and help people just like them by any means necessary. So that's definitely the short end version of both my stories.
Nice. Now, doing my research, and I saw this wrong, but I saw that you've been making comics since 2006. Is that right?
Oh, 2015. I've been making comics.
2015. Okay, your LinkedIn says 2006. So you want?
Well, yeah. I lost my password to LinkedIn. We not.
I was about to say because I couldn't even get into. I saw the link for your LinkedIn, but I thought you had me blocked. I was like, what?
See, he did have you blocked. That's the problem.
You had me blocked even before you lost the password. Dang, bro.
Man, listen, man. The moment I saw Danny, shooting shots TikTok, and twerking for Ace Blade, I said I would never block this man on anything.
Wait, we need twerking for Ace Blade as a hashtag going forward.
Twerking for Ace Blade. I said, you know what? This man is just like me. He's willing to do almost anything to sell his books. That's what
Gotta do it. True.
Man. All right. Well, since you've been doing things since 2015, what are some of the things that you've found that you've maybe made mistakes on that you've learned from in this past 7 years?
My first 4 books being no script. It was just all ideas. I just wanted to put let me get it out there. Let me do it this way. This kind of story I want to tell. Obviously, it shows in the first 4 books that I was basically just going off of, this will be cool. This will be cool. I gotta follow up with this. I gotta make sure it connects and stuff like that. And then I think, which is why me and Javon kind of clicked so well, it's just not teaming up with people. It's kind of one of my bigger mistakes. And a lot of it's not I don't want to team up with people. It's I'm very I need X, Y, and Z done by, boom. And just waiting on other people has always been my Achilles heel. I don't like waiting on people. So that's why I do a lot of my things myself. You need a cover? Cool. You want to collab on some promotional art? Dope. Just working on books together was one of the things I still want to meet somebody that I can collectively hey, I want to get done by June. Let's get it done by June. And that moving forward like that. But as far as that, it's and just my personal just delays pushing the book back, when I don't want to, or if I have to. Obviously, financially, I do everything myself, so it's just pushing the book back. That's all. It's just the life of a solo, creator, essentially.
That's tough, man. That's one of the things that kind of makes me, even though we talk all the time about the pride that we take in being indie and being independent, and how much of a hustle it is, but you feel like if you worked for one of the big 2 or Image or somebody like that who could, well, not necessarily Image, but somebody who has editors on payroll, stuff, people who have staff that are doing nothing but sitting and writing and drawing, that you can stay more on you can stay more consistent. And but we see all the time that even Superman's book gets if Superman book can get delayed, anybody's book can get delayed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one of the frustrations, man. Just and I'm with you. I like to that's why I learned how to letter by myself. I learned how to, I learned how to do graphic design. I learned how to do as much as stuff as I could do on my own, so that I didn't have to depend on other people. But still, me, like now, right now, Ace Blade number 6, everything is done except for my part. Like I'm the only thing holding Ace Blade number 6 back from being done. Literally, it's just me. And because we've talked about, I'm in here trying to build this escape room. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I just don't have the time to do it myself. So sometimes how do you get over that, that hesitancy to lean on other people? Because I could have paid Danny Cooper to do letters on this book. So, and it would be done by now. But just my pride, my ego of wanting to do it myself is getting in the way. So how do you find the balance between that and your hesitancy to work with other people?
It's like, let me start by saying this. I'm no bigger than any indie creator out there, but I say that to say this. It's like, I would love to see like Danny. I would love to work with Danny. And my passion to work with Danny is because Danny has his road paved already. So it's like us working together with commonality where like our balances of what we do will match, versus somebody who I feel like only has half the work done. And it's kind of like, yeah, man, I got this cool character, man. He wears a cape, man. You can figure it out the rest. Like, no, wait a minute, man. Like,
that sounds exactly what Danny pitches to me all the time, though.
That sounds eerily similar to something I said to Cairo.
So it's like, I definitely just like, like I need somebody like with a work ethic like mine. It's so tough. Like Javon is another person. Like I can see Javon and me and him just like where like he does things himself, and a lot of times he said because he broke. However, it's like
don't let Javon fool you. Javon like, balling out there. Don't let Javon.
Right, that's what I'm saying. However, it's just what I'm saying, and then you just got to build a relationship because, like, we've all been behind tables. I'm assuming we all been behind tables at Comic-Con whatsoever. How many ideas have come across your tables? Like, hey man, I need this, I need that, and you never hear from that person again. It's kind of like like, like if I'm willing to put my book to the side to help you, then that means I must see something dope in what you have. And like I said, like you said, I can see if I had other people, oh, this dude's writing, drawing Afro for me, this dude's doing the movement for me, and stuff like that. But I don't have that luxury. So for me to put my book to the side to work on your project, I obviously see something or feel like you are far along enough where like, I'm gonna make sure he get ahead of the game.
Absolutely.
So what's the biggest struggle that you've had over the years since you are producing everything on your own then? Is it just yourself or is it finances? Like
it's myself. It's myself. It's them dollars. It's like, like, I work a 9 to 5, like, so it's like just I think what pumped out the tennis shoes so fast for me was my old job. I used to do the overnights where like nothing happened. So I was able to pump out like 4 or 5 pages a night and knock them out and get them done, whatever the case may be. Now working, a 9 to 5 essentially, it's tough to find that time and that balance to like finish and complete, pages to my satisfactory because I'm a, quote unquote, perfectionist a little bit. So it's like, I think it's more of that versus finances because like, with Comics Wellspring, which I'm assuming everybody should be going to at this point right now. It's like, like they got great deals and great prices. So it's never the finance thing. It's just more so just finding the time and balance to like make sure that pages is done to my satisfaction.
Sorry, I was thinking I do use Comics Wellspring, but I had another printer before I started using them that they went out of business, and I actually liked them a lot more. I missed them because they had some good deals. Anyways, now as a writer and artist, you basically can do anything you want on your book.
Right.
How many times as you're creating your book, though, do you think, man, this is dumb, I need to switch this up? Like, how often do you go back and just change something that you already have planned for that?
Oh, I think I do it like I've had like plenty of covers where I did that, or I like ended the story was like I guess I got to redo these last 5 pages because that's kind of. But I think the biggest change that if people ever get the book was Afro Avenger issue 5. Afro Avenger issue 5 was originally supposed to be a reunion book where like a past love interest for Afro Avenger supposed to come back to his hometown and stuff like that, whatever the case may be. And then Philando Castile got murdered. And I completely changed the dynamics of that story to kind of tackle that issue head on a little bit with, just telling the story through my perception, just like what us as a community feels like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we go through that. So essentially just like rewriting that whole story, reworking it to like tell that was probably like my biggest change. And obviously me personally, one of my proudest changes that I've done in like, all my books. So.
Okay. Yeah. I know, and Morgan is more in that vein, similar to you, man. I know y'all like to speak up on topics, on social media. I always have a hesitancy to talk about stuff because I don't always feel like I know what I'm talking about. If you get what I'm saying, like when I say this, don't be agreeing with that. I know what I be talking about, but I don't have the confidence to put what my thoughts are out there on certain stuff, especially like controversial issues and stuff like that. But you and like I said, Morgan, y'all don't have a problem with that because, and it to me, like I admire that because that's one of the things that I struggle with because it's not that I care about backlash from people. I don't care about I don't care about that stuff. It's just that I know that my words have effect on even if it's 5 or 6 people. Like me saying something could be the thing that sways a person to believe one way or another. So how do you have that confidence in you to even if you're wrong sometimes and you be wrong sometimes.
Wow. Wait, don't insult our guests. They won't come back on.
To say what's on your mind and just roll with it and learn and grow from that. I mean, we all be wrong sometimes. So just the learning and the growth from that.
I'm never wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. My wife says I'm never wrong.
I mean, you got a San Francisco t-shirt on, so you already know. Anyway.
All right. So, Danny, what's going on, man?
Terrible. You can't
bro, you can't be, man.
Can't be kicking the guests off the show like
I can. You insult my Niners. I can't.
I already sent the email out. Tell people he's gonna be on the show. You can't just kick him out.
Fine, we'll give it a warning.
Oh man.
Go Bills.
He said go Bills. Go Bills.
Yeah. So to answer Danny's question, I think I just like I don't like because a lot of people say like I find this my duty. I don't find this my duty. I just feel like if I don't speak on it sometimes, it makes me feel like I'm part of the blind, which I don't want to be, I guess. And it's like it's not even like a fair stand on the side because like you, I don't care about the backlash or anything like that. It's just like I don't want to sit on the sideline and then type in my social media post # Black Lives Matter. That just sounds goofy to me. And it's just like that's always been my gripe with people anyway. It's just like I'm not saying I know anybody personally, but it's just like somebody like who takes a picture at a protest and like they never took one at a protest ever. Like you see what I'm saying? It's like I'm not gonna sit there and promote my character is ultra black and and then not speak on the things that like that matter most to me. And it's like what I'm saying, like people like me are genocidally being murdered. There's that's not even like a sweep under the rug topic. It's like granted prior to the slap, we will always listen to what Will Smith had to say. And prior to the slap, he said like something like powerful that makes sense. Racism hasn't changed. It's just being filmed now. And that's just the reality. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who am I to like this care with this platform that I'm trying to build for myself is, you know, saying like, you know, here's a powerful black character. It's not gonna get in front of the reality of what we go through on in the world. Obviously, when people read comics, they want to get away from that. But it's like, if my character is based in reality, who happen to be African American, he just magically lives in the one neighborhood that doesn't have that. Like, what am I putting out there in my books where people see that and kind of go, that's kind of corny. And so, yeah, I just find it, you know, powerful to me to speak on that through my characters because, you know, nobody gonna, you know, little old Kevin Chapman, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a group of people that listen to Afro Avenger, and that's how I take it.
Now, a lot of us, as over the years, we grow as creators. We grow, you know, from our experiences and our mistakes. I mean, obviously, you did not grow from being a Buffalo Bills fan, but we grew in other ways. So, where do you feel like you've grown the most as a creator, with your artwork or your writing, or again, not with the Buffalo Bills, but as a creator in general? Where do you think you've grown the most? I'm gonna work that in as much as possible now.
That's cool because I've grown the most to realize that my franchise didn't mortgage their future on the quarterback who played one season. So
but he looked good last night, didn't he? He looked good last night. Okay.
I mean, who? I mean, how many quarterbacks look good against vanilla defenses? Like,
hey, my boy was 4 or 5 and had a touchdown. I don't need him to be a Josh Allen. I don't need him to be Tom Brady. I just need him to pass the ball to Debo. I mean, we had Jimmy G. He can't be worse than that.
Okay, according to
I like Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know what happened to Jimmy G, bro.
Nothing happened to him. He was never good. That's the problem.
Bro.
Listen, he was never good, but he got y'all to a Super Bowl. Yes or no?
Our defense got us to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
our defense. Our defense.
I'll be down.
Look at last year, and Jimmy G just basically passed the ball to Debo, who was 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Debo did everything else. Debo got us to there. George Kittle got us to there. Jimmy G never did anything himself to get us there.
So if Trey Lance don't get y'all to the playoffs, that's still good, right?
No, because
I rest my case.
We're not talking about Trey Lance.
Kyron, to answer your question, you know, where I've grown over the years is I think my biggest thing that I've done is try to find my own style as an artist because, like, I think the best advice, I think I said this on Javon's podcast, the best advice I've ever gotten was from Mike Zeck. If you don't know who Mike Zeck is, why you know into comic books. I showed him my portfolio.
Danny's Googling Mike Zeck right now, just so you know. Danny is Googling Mike Zeck right now.
I saw them fingers moving, but Mike Zeck, prolific, you know, Captain America artist, Punisher, and stuff like that. And I showed him my portfolio. Mind you, this is coming from a kid who grew up in the 90s where the style of Image Comics ruled the world. And so I showed him my portfolio, and he said, "This is great work. Can I ask you something?" I said, "What?" "What is your name?" I said, "Kevin Chapman." He said, "This is good. Do you want to be the next Jim Lee or the next Kevin Chapman?" And that right there stuck with me to like basically I was like, you know what? Find my own style, find my own growth, my own niche, what's comfortable for me, and try to learn along the way and become a better artist, better storyteller, like trying to write scripts and stuff like that, which is, I think this recently I put this on my Twitter, like I've never been so pissed off in my life when I found out each page of a script equals a minute. It's like, you know, like, yeah, it is like, you know, I'm like, oh, I got 30 pages. That's cool. And it's like, no. So, but yeah, just learning, absorbing, like reading Ace Blade and reading Heat, and reading like all the indies. Like, cause you know, my biggest thing is like, I know I talk a lot of trash, but I never want to kick nobody in the toes. It's like, hey, you got that for me, or boom, like, so just studying up on my on my companions and my competition, and just like growing as a artists where it's like where you look at Afro Avenger, you be like, okay, Kev, I see where you're going with that, or that's cool, or that's original and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just basically just being self-taught and being a sponge.
Do you find yourself thinking one day you're going to have Afro Avenger or the movement as something like a TV show or a movie or even a cartoon series?
A TV show more so than a movie, because like I think if Daredevil taught us anything, it's like the long format works. And I think it's one of those things that's like you know, I definitely want to see it as a TV show. I definitely want to see it like in bigger media and stuff like that. And it's just scary because man, handshakes don't mean nothing no more. Contracts don't mean nothing no more, man. You gotta think like you sell your, you know, prime example, Quibi. Everybody remember Quibi?
Oh man,
I shook hands, had a dinner meet with the people of Quibi in September, talking about they're gonna give me a 4-episode, you know, miniseries shot. They shut down in December.
They shut down, bro. I thought Quibi was gonna be it, bro. Yep. I thought Quibi was gonna go. I had some.
Wasn't Trill League supposed to be on Quibi too?
Yeah,
Trill League, you know, 50 Cent, and I watched. I think Kevin Hart show was on there, and man, I remember thinking that was gonna be it. I don't know what happened with that.
It just shut down. It just shut down. I got an email in the middle of December saying like, you know, sorry, we can't continue anything further, and you know, good luck on your future endeavors. I'm like, bro, like if y'all knew this, why had it with me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure you didn't get the email 48 hours ago and it was going to close. You knew this months in advance. So, but yeah, like, I definitely want to see it like on, you know, on the big screen one day.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we will. We will. All right. So, Kyron, if you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right. So let's do some quick takes. Quick takes. All right. So, if you haven't seen the show before, Quick Takes is a short, rapid fire session where we grill our guests to answer 5 questions off the top of their head in 45 seconds. All right. Okay. So, these are not going to be as controversial as I usually go. We're going to keep it nice and PG this time. All right. But
number 5 is controversial.
Yeah, number five might be number 5, and number 4 too, actually. But no.
Number 6 too. Number 6 is gonna be
number 6. We got a number 6.
We got number 6.
I know that you, like me, you're a fan of the Milestone universe. I believe you checked out the Milestones Generations documentary
yes,
a little while ago. So my question for you is, would you rather prefer to write or draw for Milestone if you had the chance? And which character would you write or draw for?
Write for hardware.
Hardware. Okay. You write for hardware? I would imagine you would want to draw.
Nah, I write for hardware. I let Dennis Cowan take care of that.
Yeah. I feel you on that. That's not a bad answer. Okay, we can go to the next one. Get it? We can go to the next one. Yeah, we'll let Mr. Cowan continue his.
I'm not about to take that greatness from that man. What you bugging?
You're right about that.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't like, bro.
All right. So, as a creator, which would mean more to you, if you got a random person to cosplay your character, or random fan art of your character?
Cosplay, because I never had it yet. I've had plenty of fan art, dope fan art. So cosplay, you know how to be.
All right, Kyron, I'm retiring as a question.
I was just gonna say same thing. You just need to get rid of that question at this point.
I'm retiring. I need to find
something to replace fan art.
Yo, man, fan art is cool, but it's like
nobody picks fan art though.
Nobody picks fan art. I think it's just because you know the effort that cosplayers go into, and seeing it in real life is just another level. It's just another level.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
wish somebody would walk up with an afro with a red A on their shirt to my table looking for an autograph. I flip that table over and hug that person like
I'm gonna do it the first time I meet you, Kevin. I'm gonna do it. I promise
You
you.
don't even know. And then he's gonna have on a San Francisco 49 shirt up under it.
Yes, I will. Yes, I damn will.
Oh,
Terrible. Terrible.
Oh, goodness, man.
Okay. Question number 3.
I might not have 49ers. I'll
Okay.
have the years that the Bills lost in the Super Bowl back to back to back to
Ooh.
back.
That's okay. Okay. Really. That's what you're gonna go. You gonna dig for that?
I'm petty when you bring up my Niners. I'm sorry. I'm petty.
Okay, we're gonna dig for that. Okay. All right.
I'm praying
Almost
for
lost
both of
Debo
y'all.
because he didn't want to pay the taxes. Go ahead.
I'm praying for both of y'all. All right. Number 3. You like you are a comic book collector. And I want to know, what is your holy grail comic book? If you could have one comic book in your collection, what would it be and why?
This might be my toughest one. First. Oh.
Uh-oh, come on now.
20 seconds.
Autograph, first edition, Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. That's a good one. Why? But why? I know we're about to run over time, but why that one?
I think that was the first book to me where it was different from everything else that I was like picking up at the time as a kid. Granted, I don't even know why they let me purchase that book, but it's like it was a book at the time like where like I had the Wildcats, the Youngblood, the Blood Syndicate, the Static and the Spider-Man stuff like that. That was the first book I had in my possession besides Watchmen. Whereas like that book like kind of changed my perspective on like there's different storytelling comic books.
Okay.
So
more of
ooh, that was a little tough.
That was I expected you to have something off the top of your head. All right. So question number 4. I saw on your Twitter that you recently did a top you listed your top video game, your best video game of all time as Mass Effect 2. Now Mass Effect 2 is a good video game.
Yes, it is.
But it is not better than Super Mario 64.
First of all, like, no, don't do that.
Super Mario 64 is the greatest game that's ever been created, ever.
I think it was the greatest game on the 64.
This is coming from a person who think the greatest movie on earth out yet.
I didn't say. I said the greatest. First of all, we're not talking about top 5 live yet. Yeah, I said that he will act. The acting that he will put on in that movie will be one of his greatest performances. But tell me why you believe Mass Effect 2 is the greatest video game, and how would you make an Afro Avenger video game as great as that?
45 seconds.
In 45 seconds.
Mass Effect 2, man, is the greatest video game on earth because the lore, the story, the progress, the creativity that you put into it, the game time, the side missions, it is perfect all across the board. No matter what Danny J. Quick say, and how I met the Afro Avenger video game, it will be similar to what Insomniac did with Spider-Man. It will be a world traveling superhero to go from all over the city or his neighborhood, fighting crime, doing the damn thing, upgrading his suit, and side missions with 9 seconds left. Let's go. Like, come on, man. Anybody play it?
I like it. I like it a lot. I like that a lot.
The Spider-Man games is better than Super Mario, dude. I mean, come on.
Stop it. Super Mario 64 is the most groundbreaking. There will be no play that. Like video games today would not exist without that game. First of all, second of all, you can play a game anytime.
Okay, wait.
Well,
So,
I get that.
No, I got this, Kyron. I know this is your show. I got this. So
Tag. There you go.
Mario 64. That game doesn't come out. It doesn't change video games today. Is what you're saying? Yes. Yes or no?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The impact that game had. The impact that game had. Yeah, go ahead.
Forget Street Fighter. Forget GoldenEye. Like forget
just
Sonic.
Genres. Just genres.
Forget Sega Channel.
Just genres.
Bro.
If Tony Hawk
Tony Hawk Pro Skater is better than Super Mario 64.
That terrible controller. Having that 3D, the thumb. If it wasn't for this,
did not want to play the game because of that controller.
Like, bruh, like, dude, I'm not about to have you blast all these other games because you enjoyed because you was able to work a controller for the first time in your life.
If it wasn't for that 3D, if that game did not work with that 3D environment and this thumb thing, the modern video game would not exist, bro. I'm telling you, the success.
Remember, Kevin, this is the man that says The Last Dragon is one of the greatest films of all time. So
no, I said it's a perfect film. I didn't say it's one of the greatest of all time.
No, you've said that to me. It's one.
It might be. It might be top 10 all time.
Hold on, because I told myself I wasn't gonna get this riled up this early. I will always respect your decision.
No, I won't.
The Last Dragon will never be the most perfect film in anything.
It is a perfect film from beginning to end. It is a perfect film.
I think in the Ace Blade universe, it won like an Oscar, didn't it?
Oh man, can't make that happen.
Don't do that. We'll be seeing that promotional art everywhere. Like, bro,
I can make that canon.
Every cover has basically been an homage to The Last Dragon. I don't know what you're talking about.
And what's wrong with that?
See?
Okay.
Question 5. No, it's not the last question. It's not the last question.
It's not supposed to take this long. So, question 5. And this is the most important one.
Okay.
As you know, we do another show called Top 5 Live. So, for quick takes, I always have our guests do a top 5. I want to know, who are your top 5 comic book artists, greatest comic book artists of all time? Go.
Jim Lee, John Romita Jr., Jack Kirby, Todd McFarlane.
You missing
one? Liefeld.
Oh, really?
I said Jim Lee already.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Things count.
Greg Capullo. I can't.
Okay.
Greg Capullo.
Oh, God, what is wrong with my friends? Dan Bethel in the chat talking about Last Dragon is Dan near. God damn.
Hey, it is. Dan,
no. Don't feel bad. He only doing that because his name is Dan, so they match names. So they agree on.
Us Dan's got to stick together.
Dan's also said that he doesn't like Ghostbusters 2 though. So
was that the Stay Puft?
To be fair,
no.
Hold on. Wait a minute. To be fair, when you got to follow the first Ghostbusters, come on, man.
But to say you don't like it.
Okay,
I don't know if I ever seen the second Ghostbusters.
Part 2 was when they made the Statue of Liberty come to life.
Yeah, and Bob Brown was on the soundtrack.
Yes, that song was. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, question 6.
Oh, okay.
And I've been mean to you talking about your Bills, so I want to be nice. As a football fan, a Buffalo Bills fan, I want to know your top 5 favorite 49ers players.
Joe Montana. What the? He spits hot fire like Joe Montana 5 times. Like
It's pretty much fire.
no,
It's pretty much fire.
hot fire. You know what? Elvis Gerback.
Wow.
Whoa! What?
Wow.
Antoine Barner. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. I did my research too. Taylor Mays. Reuben Foster. Mike Rumpf. LaMichael James.
Hey, Mike Rumpf could play though.
Tank Carradine.
Bro, you just
Tank
making
Carradine
up
could
names.
go. Tank Carradine used to go.
Making up names
Jam-
now. Oh,
No, he's
Jamie-
not. Tank
Jamie
Carradine's a real
Winborn.
player.
Jamie Winborn, man.
Okay, yeah.
AJ Jenkins. I can keep
Ooh,
going.
AJ had potential, but he
Keep going. I keep going. You know, JJ Stokes.
JJ Suggs was great.
That's
Him
how I
and
know you're a
T.O.
fan.
Yeah, him and
Boy,
T.O. AJ Jenkins had potential, but he just
but
couldn't get out of
I
his
don't
own
know.
head.
Joe Montana, Jerry, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Roger Craig.
Okay.
You know, Charles Haley, Ronnie Lott.
Yeah. See,
Whatever.
there you
Whatever.
go. That wasn't that bad, was it? That wasn't that bad.
A bunch of dudes that was hot in the 80s. 49ers ain't been great since, Colin
you could have
Kaepernick
just
left.
threw
It's
Colin
okay.
Kaepernick in there. You could have just threw
Right.
Colin Kaepernick in there just because, but
When's the last time the Bills went to the Super Bowl?
When the last time the 49ers went deep in the playoffs?
Just last year. One game away from
Don't
the
matter.
Super Bowl.
No matter. Y'all still lost to the
And the year before that, when we were in the Super Bowl, I mean, what?
Y'all lost. You still lost to the Patriots. Doesn't matter.
We didn't.
Doesn't
But
matter.
when was the last? How many times have y'all lost to the Patriots?
Tomato. You bring the
a
bowl stuff.
lot of teams have lost.
You bring the bowl.
So
Thank you. You bringing the bowl stuff.
That's
Bringing the
true.
bowl stuff.
All right.
We get a quarterback to throw for 3,000 yards.
God, Trey Lance this year is going to throw for 3,000 yards. Watch.
Okay.
I would love to see that. I would love to
Watch.
see Trey Lance throw for 3,000.
Watch. All right.
Okay.
Anyways, before we let you go, because that's the end of our show, is there anything you want to tell our guests about your books, upcoming work, things like that?
Oh, as far as the Afro Avenger, be out this October. The Movement Part 2 will be out in November. The first back to back. Both those books will be out back to back. Check me out at Mr. Chap Daddy on IG. And for Danny, you know what I'm saying, since he took it easy, you know what I mean, I'm writing this new story about Afro Avenger's #1 fan. And hold on, can y'all see that? Is my screen too bright? Hold on,
it's
my
too
screen
bright.
too bright. Hold on, too bright. Afro Avenger #1 fan.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
So
You know what?
The Ace Avenger.
Be on the lookout.
You know what?
Be on the lookout for the kick
I'll take it.
the kickboxer who didn't know his fights was fixed. What Be on the lookout for that. Also be on the lookout for the actual Mike Tyson show that's coming out this month, not the fictitious movie by Jay Fox that's coming out never. Follow me, Mr. Chap Daddy on IG, Mr. Chap Daddy on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook.
Mike Tyson said not to watch that show.
First of all, Mike Tyson says a lot of things. He's been punched in the head 2,000 times.
Mike Tyson said they stole his story if they did not have permission to make it.
First of all, it's Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson did a mystery show with a ghost as a cartoon. Like, we're not about to question what Mike Tyson does.
We really need to
bad.
talk about how
It was
Mike
hilarious.
Tyson. We really need to talk about how Mike Tyson revitalized his career in acting
Bro.
after not being in a fight for
Legendary.
20 years.
Well, he
Mike
fought
Tyson
Roy
come
Jones
back-
in that
We don't
exhibition.
He
I
tried to kill
am.
that man.
He
we
tried
gonna-
to kill Roy Jones.
Tried to
Are
kill
we
that
going to talk
man.
about the Logan Paul and Money fight too? Then I mean, do we count that as an actual fight?
Let me tell you something.
Hey, them checks cleared.
Okay, yeah.
Let me tell you something. If that check clear, Logan Paul about to hit Floyd Mayweather with the most technician uppercut in boxing history. Period. Floyd better not lose to this man. I promise you. First it was Nate Robinson, then it was Tyson Woodley. Like, I'm tired of people telling me they're gonna knock out Logan Paul for the culture. Like, dude.
Just getting embarrassed.
Now he going into wrestling. That's crazy.
I ain't gonna front, like, his WrestleMania entrance was dope as hell. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to nobody. that entrance was fire. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to nobody.
All right, I'll give him that. All right, Danny, where can we find you at?
I gotta hit you with something real quick. All right, as a graphic designer, I hate your logo. I hate your logo. Okay,
you hate my logo?
I hate the Afro Avenger logo.
That's
cool. To be honest with you, I said to myself, if I ever had the chance, I was gonna make you something, and I did. Okay, so I put together a little logo for Afro Avenger. And Kyron, do you got it?
Yeah, just give me a. I forget how to do this.
Hold on, I'm just gonna share. I'm gonna share my.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
And this is from me to you because I respect you so much. Legit. Anytime you need it, anytime you need, a logo or any design or anything like that, let me know. This isn't the end goal, but I'm telling you, I'm willing to do a logo for you. So just to show my gratitude for you supporting all these years, and always coming with the comedy. I want to do a Afro Avenger logo for you, and just hit me up.
You know what? That's nice, Danny. I appreciate it.
Terrible.
You know what? I like this. I also like this because it's red and gold. I love that. I love that.
I mean, like, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
We can change the colors. We can change the colors.
No, you're not changing that color.
I had to like
color.
I've been drawing Afro since 2015. I just had to like look off like, did he ever wear gold?
But it looks amazing with that.
It looks clean. It looks dope.
Amazing. I want this. I'm gonna get this tattooed.
You get that tattoo, man. I'm gonna get how many draft picks the 49ers gave up for Trey Lance tattooed on my chest, man.
Wow.
Terrible.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
the future for South Dakota State.
Yeah. All right, we can change the colors.
When we holding up our 6th trophy, don't say nothing, please.
That's true.
Just give our
You
respects.
can hold up that 6. You can hold up that 6 trophy when my grandchildren are born, but like now, I ain't worried.
We'll still get one before the Bills do. That's all that matters.
Listen, the Raiders, who don't even exist no more, got a better chance of winning the Super Bowl than the San Francisco 49ers. Thank you.
Wow. All right, Danny.
Terrible.
This show's over. Where can we find you, Danny? I'm done with him.
If you want to find me, the best place to look is our website, fourthwallpros.com. We are opening our escape room in 2 weeks. We're testing it out today and tomorrow. But also, if you want to find me on social media, at the Ace Blade everywhere. Where can people find you, Kyron?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Taurus Comics. Or you can find my personal account at Kyron49 because I do it like that. But if you want to maybe check out old episodes.
49ers for 49ers. I just got that. All these years, I never knew the 49 was for 49ers. I didn't know. I get it now. I understand. I literally never got that it was for the 49ers until this very second.
I mean, Danny, you should have known that his favorite quarterback is Giovanni Carmazzi.
The fact that we bypassed Tom Brady for Carmazzi still kills me to this day.
Oh,
Tom Brady wanted to be a 49er. He grew up in the Bay. Man. Anyways, if you want to check out old episodes of the Four Tails podcast, you can go to fourtailspodcast.com. That's the number 4, TALES podcast.com. Join us next week though when we have Vicinea Lindsay on the show. I'm pretty sure it won't be as heated as this. Dang, he just flexing on us right now.
Super flex.
Wow.
I'm not flexing.
Whatever.
I'm promoting. I'm trying to be like Danny. I'm just not twerking.
Okay, hold on.
You know, I'm just,
Hold on. All right, let's do this better. All right, go ahead. Do it again. Go ahead.
There you go. Movement issue 1. Grab that. You can be restocking, Afro Avenger books next month. Afro Avenger issue 1. Grab that. Afro Avenger issue 2. Bam. Okay. Bam. One of my favorite covers. The Illmatic homage cover. One of the greatest rap albums of all time. Bam. Issue 5.
We didn't even mention that Thursday was the 49th anniversary of hip hop. Damn it.
Yeah.
Mention that.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, number
Cool
6. Number
gang.
7. Homage to the Death Row Source magazine cover. Issue 7.
I like the food.
There you go.
I like the food.
Bam. Issue 8. Afro Avenger Dethroned. Issue 9 and 10, baby. Okay.
All right, I think it's time for the next episode already. Damn.
Terrible.
All right. But until next time,
sayonara. Let me say this until next time. I'm gonna show you how much Danny has been supporting Afro Avenger, right? I'm gonna show you how much he's been supporting Afro Avenger because I've been following Danny. I made sure I kept track of this just in case this ever came up. I've been following the Ace Blade since November of 2021. This man just followed me this morning because I was joining the podcast.
I didn't know that I wasn't following you on Instagram. I don't use Instagram. I do not use Instagram. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. We'll hey, when you edit it, cut that last part out.
All right, sayonara, goodbye, and please take care of yourselves.
Music provided by my brother, Quix Made It. Find him online in YouTube, Instagram, and SoundCloud.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.